All right, yes, it says day 1. So we're going to learn how to reflect. For some of you, this is going to be review, but it's necessary review because I don't think we actually got it the first time around. For others, it's going to be brand new, and it's going to be something that you're really going to need to pay attention to. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out a bit. But you guys have it on your paper, so you should not really be dependent on what's on the board up here. You should be looking at your paper. Okay, look at me for directions. So right now, I need you actually just watching and your pencils down. Okay, so last week we did translations, right? Yes, we did a translation. And all a translation does is slide, right? So I had you write down the word translation and slide, correct? Okay, so today for reflections, I'm going to have you write reflection. And the word that you want to associate with reflection is flip. Okay, so we're going to flip. And today's are going to be pretty simple. We're only going to be reflecting over the axes. Okay, so if you have a highlighter, go ahead and take it out. And you're going to need a straight edge. So grab a straight edge if you don't have one and a highlighter. Okay, so you should have had time to get a straight edge and a highlighter of some type. If you don't have a highlighter, colored pencils, a pen of a different color, all of those will work, okay? So we're going to be reflecting across our axes, right? And here's what we know. We know that the one that goes up and down is our y-axis, right? So let's go ahead and label y-axis. And we also know that the one that goes left and right is our x-axis. So we're going to label it x-axis. Okay, and an easier way to label it, is I'll do it on the next one over here, is just to say y and x. Okay, so I want you guys to take the next minute and label the rest of the graphs, both sides. Label the graphs. Label them with your axes as y and x. Y and x. And then flip your paper over, Matthew, with me, and label it y and x. Y and x. And then the last two, also label them y and x. Y and x. All right, when you're done labeling, go ahead and go back to that front side because we're going to continue with number 1. Okay? So it says the shape above has the following coordinates. So it gives me the coordinates 3, 4, 8, 2, and then 10, 10. Okay, so this today, it's super easy because it already gives you the coordinates, right? So you don't have to actually write them down or figure anything out. For reflections, most of the time, you won't even need to do that anyway, okay? But we're going to follow the directions. So it says to reflect over the x-axis. Do you see the rule down here? So we're going to find the x-axis and we're going to highlight it, okay? So we're going to go ahead and draw a line. Make sure that that x-axis is highlighted. So we're going to take this figure and we're going to flip it over this axis. We're just going to flip it. Okay? The easiest way to do that is to use this line of reflection. So we're going to label that as your line of reflection. Okay? So this is your line of reflection. So we're going to take our points and we're going to count how many boxes it takes to get to that line. So we'll start with this one here first. I've got 1, 2, correct? So once I've counted 2 boxes, because that's how far it took me to get to here, I'm going to count another 2 past it. 1, 2. And this becomes my first point. Okay, so go ahead and make sure you have that first point. We're all doing 1 point. Okay, now I'm going to go to my next point over here, and I'm going to count how many spaces is it going to take me to get to that line of reflection. 1 box, 2 box, 3 boxes, 4 boxes, right? So 4 boxes will get me to my line of reflection. Now I need to count beyond or past that line of reflection 4 boxes. 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 boxes. Okay? Now we're going to take this last one here because I've got these 2 done, right? This one and this one reflected right over that line. So we're going to take the third point and we're going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, it took me 10 boxes to get to my line of reflection. Now, to fix it on the other side, I have to count 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that gives me my third point right at the corner. If you notice, it's on the corner here, went all the way to the corner on the other side of that line. Making sense so far? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect our points. Okay. So now if you notice, it looks like I took that shape and I flipped it. Okay. So if you take your hand out and you flip it, if you notice when I have it this way, my thumb's on that side. When I flip it, my thumb's on that side. So here my point was up towards the top. When I flipped it, my point was at the bottom. That's a reflection. So far, so good? Okay, so this is the x-axis. So we highlighted the x-axis, right? Let's go ahead and look at number 2. Number 2 is a little bit trickier because it's got 4 points, but still not impossible. So let's go ahead and look at what the directions say. Okay, reflect the shape over the what axis? Y-axis. So I'm going to take my highlighter and my straight edge, and I'm going to find the y-axis. And that's the one that goes up and down, and I'm going to highlight it. Okay, so now we're going to count towards this middle. Let's count towards the middle. Ready? Where do you want to start? Bottom, top, side, mid, outside. Where do you want to start? Doesn't matter. It does not matter. So we'll start at the bottom because Camila says start at the bottom. So we're going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time I'm counting to the left, not down. Do you notice the difference? Right? Because to get there, I don't want to count up or down anymore. I want to count to the left to get there. I counted left 5. So I'm going to go left again 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's my point. Let's go to the next one. This point here, we're going to count left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 boxes will get me to my line of reflection. So I count past it. How many boxes? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At my line of reflection. Okay, so let's count this one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 boxes to that line. So from there, I count how many to the left? 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 3 points, but I need 4. So let's go to our fourth and final point. Counting towards my line of reflection means I'm going left. I'm going to go left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes. So how far to the left do I got to keep counting? 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. Take your straight edge and connect your points. And now we have the flip. You notice how this out point is all the way out here now? It went from there to there. We flipped it. That is a reflection over the axes. And today, all we're reflecting are going to be over the X and Y axes. Okay? So I'm going to have you, is everybody done? Caught up? So far, so good? Show me, 5 to 5. I get it. I don't get it. I need some more practice. Okay, I got a couple who need some more practices. I got some gets it. Okay? Yes, question, Camila. Based on your axes. Based on whatever you're reflecting to. So if this is highlighted, you want to go in that direction. So if you go this way, you'll never get there, right? So since you're going toward that line of reflection, you need to go down here. Here, to get to here, I can't go up or down, right? I'll never get there. I have to go left to get to that line of reflection. Okay? Well, not every time, because it depends on where you are on that axis, okay? So I want you guys to do number 4. Okay, so I want you guys to do number 4 on your own. I'll give you a couple minutes, and then we'll regroup, and we'll see if we got it right. Okay, so looking at number 4. Number 4 was a little tricky for some of you, not for all of you. So we're going to look at what it says. It says to reflect over the x-axis. So I have my x-axis labeled, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight that axis. Right? There's my line of reflection. So now I'm just going to count to that line of reflection. Some of you are struggling with counting. You're counting the boxes and not the corners. So we're going from corner to corner, okay? So from this corner to this corner is 1. Corner to corner is 2. Corner to corner is 3. That puts me right on, Matthew, my line of reflection. Then I'm going to count up again 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Corner to corner. Make sure you're staying on the corner of the box and on that same line. Okay? So next I have this one here, and I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, right corner to corner. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as I'm counting corner to corner, Matthew, you should be listening. Corner to corner, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, next one here. We're going to do the same thing. We're counting corner to corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 up will get me to my line of reflection, counting corner to corner past it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That gives me the reflection of this point here. Now this one here was going to be tricky because look, where is it? Where's my starting point? I'm already on that line of reflection, right? So do I have to move to get there? That means I don't have to move to reflect it. It stays right there, so I just cover that up. Then I take my straight edge and connect my points. And I have a flipped image of this one here. Frank, how you doing? Making sense? Did it answer some questions for some of you? Okay, so that's all we're doing today. We've done 3 together. There's 5 left. I want you to do the next 5 on your own. You have the rest of the class period. Good?